Hey guys, Dan here from Dangerously Fit. In this week's video, we're going to go through a heavy club movement that will bulletproof your shoulders. Many people think that strong shoulders come from pressing heavier and heavier, but if you want shoulders that are mobile, stable and strong, it's best to move them through full rotation. Today we're combining two of the most powerful steel club patterns, the mill and reverse mill. Master the switch between them and you can unlock total control through every angle, all in one movement. This movement builds shoulder strength, stability and rotational strength through the core and builds serious grip strength. Okay, we're going to go through the cues now for this movement. Essentially what we're going to do is perform a mill, then we're going to stop the club in the order position, the side order position, cast that club back out the way it come into a reverse mill, then we do our switch. Our switch is where we change the club into the other hand, perform a mill on the other side, again, bringing it back into that side order position and then casting back into that reverse mill switch again. Okay, we've done heaps of videos on the mill before. We're going to run through the cues just real quick here. So we're going to start with our feet run about shoulder width apart. Okay, toes pointing forward. From here, we've got our elbow nice and tight into the ribs, neutral wrist, shoulder down and packed down, chest up nice and proud, straight line between the crown and the coccyx, heel of the hand on the pommel, and then from there, if I've got the club in my right hand and I'm casting to the left, I'm going to rotate my thoracic out 45 degrees in the opposite direction. From there, we're going to cast that club, so it's full arm lock. As that club goes away from the body, I'm going to shift my weight to the right to charge my body weight in the opposite direction, own that center line so I don't get pulled off balance. Club swings to the other side, and then I shift my weight in the opposite direction. Okay, so we always want to be charging our weight in the opposite direction so we don't get pulled off balance. And then from there, sword in sheath, and then perform that mill. So I'm going to break down the first part of the movement, which is the mill, and then I'll break down the reverse mill switch. So I'll do a few reps of the mill so you can see what that exercise looks like, and then I'll go into the reverse mill switch next. So from here, cast that club out, sword in sheath, big inside elbow circle, and then go again. So we're really trying to push that club away from the body, and as we push that club away from the body, we charge the weight in the opposite direction. I'm making sure from here we get that big elbow circle to whip that club from the back of the body back around to the front of the body. So we're not trying to use the wrist, we're using the elbow. Okay, so that's our mill, and now we're going to put in the reverse mill. Once we've done our mill, we just do one rep of the mill, then we catch it into that side order position, and then from there we cast it back the way it come, straight into a reverse mill. So with the reverse mill, it's essentially the exact opposite to the mill, so we're just going to go the other way. Okay, so the last one we did an inside elbow circle, so bringing the club from the back of the body to the front of the body with that inside elbow circle. With our reverse mill, we're going to do the complete opposite. So it's an outside elbow circle. So we bring the club from the front of the body and then outside elbow circle, bring it to the back of the body with that movement. So from here, okay, if I've got the club in the right hand, I'm going to shift my weight to the left foot, rotate my thoracic to the right, and then from there, I'm going to cast it out to the right, full arm lock again. I'm trying to charge my weight in the opposite direction so I own that center line, I don't get pulled off balance. And then from there, let it swing down. Feet are evenly distributed. And then from here, outside elbow circle, and then cast away again. Okay, so I'm going to put that movement together now. So cast away. And I'll just do a few reps so you can see what that looks like. Okay. So that's your reverse mill. And then to get that club from your right hand to the left hand, we're going to do a switch. So with the switch, after we perform the reverse mill, we're going to keep that club moving in exactly the same pattern as it is, but we're just going to bring one hand over the top and we're going to switch hands, okay? So I'll show you what that looks like. So from here, we do our reverse mill, outside elbow circle, cast away again. This time, as it's coming to the other side, all I do is change hands and then just keep that club going exactly the same way it's going, but this time I'm going to perform a mill on the other side. Okay, so we do mill, side order, reverse mill, into switch, then mill on the other side, side order, reverse mill, switch. So we're just going from side to side. Okay, so I'm going to do a couple reps of that to show you what that looks like. So we do our reverse mill, change sides. From there, that's all it is, changing it into the other hand. Mill on this side, side order, reverse mill, again, changing sides on the other side. Okay, so it's just a quick switch on the hands. All right, so start light with this if you haven't done it before, and then as you become proficient in technique, you can go a little bit heavier on the weights. So this one's about 12 kilos, which is around about 26, 27 pounds. If you don't feel comfortable doing it heavy to start with, just start with say like a 5 pound or a 10 pound, and then build up in weight when you get used to the weight. Okay, so I'm gonna put that together now, show you what that looks like. So we're gonna start here, order position, 45 degrees, cast that club out, mill, side order, reverse mill, switch, mill, side order, reverse mill, switch, mill on the other side, side order, reverse mill. That's it for today's video. Be sure to comment below and let me know how you get on. And if you want to get yourself a dangerously fit steel club, I'll leave the link in the description below. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.